Alright, what's going on, guys? It is your boy, TKD1 here, back in here on PlayStation Source. And of course, yes, I'm aware, I know the Final Fantasy VII Remake did get unveiled and did get released. I will be having a playthrough of that, hopefully, later on today, alright? But most definitely, after this, I am going to record that. I just wanted to get this video out first, and then we'll cover Final Fantasy VII Remake demo. And if you guys aren't aware, check that out. But first up here, this news is a little bit more imperative just because we're on a time clock here, and some stuff is supposed to go down allegedly tomorrow. And so I just wanted to get this out first and get this out of the way, make sure y'all are informed on the latest. You read the title, you have seen the thumbnail as well. PlayStation 5, there's another rumor, and it's a little bit more imminent than the ones before that, so we're going to break it all down and see what this one has in store. Now again, there's nothing here concrete. It's just a simple anonymous post on, I believe, Reset Era, as well as a potential slip up on a big podcast. But let's get right into it. So what is going on, guys? It is your boy TKD1 back in here on PlayStation Source, and we're going to cover all of the latest on the PS5 reveal event rumors. And so first up here, the first little tidbit that we got was from I believe, so this got posted, I'm looking right now, on the PS5 Reddit, so r/PS5, and it was posted on February 26, 2020, so a few days ago, you know what I'm saying, it was around last week, and so I guess, you know, someone was listening to the Giant Bombcast episode 622, and they were talking about, you know, when the PS5 will have its reveal event and stuff like that, and apparently there was a, you know, member on the panel named Rory. Again, I'm sorry, I don't listen to Bombcast, you know, shout out to Giant Bomb. I don't listen to Bombcast, so shout out to them. And of course I will link the full episode down below in the description, but it looks like, you know, he may have slipped up here. And how this slip up occurred was that they were again talking about the PS5 and like when the reveal event would be, and he says something pretty interesting, like he names an actual date. And so I'm gonna let you guys watch the clip here, a very, very short clip, and then I'll come right back.
See, are both supply constraints right now?
Oh, supply constraints? Like
Yes.
they're not making enough of it?
Well, not, or yeah, their stuff's expensive.
When is that event supposed to happen? The February?
No announcement.
No
yet.
announcement?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
It's
everybody, everybody seems so sure there's going to be a February event.
Yeah, well, that's what they did last time.
So yep, right there, it seems like he slipped up, and this Reddit post does go into, you know, full breakdown of what happened and stuff like that. And then the post, you know, somehow, you know, has some tethers to saying that the invites seem to have been sent out. They all make it so not subtle references to it, and so you know, they, I guess, you know, kind of alluded to something going down involving PS5 reveal event, and allegedly they got invites or something like that. You know, again, that's neither here or there. Not, you know, totally not confirmed. And hey, to be fair, maybe he did just slip up. You know, maybe there is no reveal event tomorrow on March 3rd or anything of like that, or like there's no, you know, because right now, as of Monday morning at 9 a.m., unless something goes out on Twitter as I'm uploading this or as I'm recording this, there has been nothing official stated by PlayStation right now. So he could have just slipped up and it's not real, but that's just what we have here first up. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you guys think he slipped up? Do you think he really did slip up and reveal something that he shouldn't have? Or do you think he just made a mistake and it's not tethered to anything and he just misspoke? Leave me your thoughts down in the comments below. And so how this whole thing propelled really was that there was another post, I believe this is on oh my gosh, I believe this is on Reset Era. I forgot the name of the website, Reset Era, but I found both of these on Twitter. I will link the Twitter post down below, but I will try to find the original source of this post right here. I believe it's on Reset Era. It looks like Reset Era thread, and so it's from an anonymous poster, and so I'm gonna just read it right here. You can probably see it somewhere on screen around me, you know what I'm saying, but I'm gonna read it right now for you all. So it says that it's being announced on March 3rd with 13.3 teraflops custom RDNA 2 GPU at 1.7 gigahertz with 60 compute units. So, you know, if you are, you know, a whole tech nerd, I'm sure you understand this. I know some of it. I don't know all of it. I know some of it. You know what I'm saying? So it does have a AMD Zen 2 8 core at 3.4 gigahertz. However, Sony is working on boosting that to 3.7 gigahertz, which, you know, cool. There is also a RAM breakdown here where there's 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 plus 4 gigabytes of GDDR4. And so I'm trying to remember which one is better for gaming. I think DDR6 is better for gaming. I could be misspeaking here, and there's probably a lot more people that are more intelligent in the comments below telling me I'm wrong. But I know one of these, I know like different types of RAM depending on the DDR, number. They are better at processing like UI and processing games and different stuff like that. So I know there's a difference between these two RAMs, but it looks like there will be 16 gigabytes and then 4 gigabytes to make a total of 20. So which is pretty cool to hear right there. This one got me really excited, boys. This one got me really excited, all right? It says, according to this, right, an SSD at 5.5 gigs a second at 1 terabyte. If they throw in a terabyte SSD to the PS5 day one, boys, we got a W. Oh my god, because I feel like, they said SSD. I'm like, man, there's no way you're gonna put a terabyte in there, are you? There's no way. They're pretty expensive, but it looks like they were able to cut some deals or, buy in bulk, and it looks like they were able to secure themselves 1 terabyte with SSD. Again, this is not confirmed. I'm just saying that if this is true, I would love that, right? So dedicated RT and 3D audio cores, I believe RT is ray tracing. If it's not, I'm sorry, but I think it's dedicated ray tracing and 3D audio cores, so they have their own processing cores set aside for them, so they can run more efficiently and process more efficiently. And then it says 565 gigabytes of bandwidth. I believe that could be referring to the network card in the PS5. I think. I could be way off on that, but that's what it seems like to me, at least. Let me know if you guys let me know what you guys think down below, what that is in specific. But I think that is involving the networking card, because infamously any PlayStation console like PS3 and PS4 definitely had really, really bad network cards. So hopefully we get better ones in PS5. And then we have a little feature rundown. I guess these are things that they would highlight and put on like the broader stage when they're talking about PS5 in this reveal event. Like maybe these are like the really cool things that they want people to know right now. It says, quote, full digital backwards compatibility with every PlayStation console and handheld for a library of thousands of games on day one. Enhanced DualShock 5 with haptic triggers, heartbeat monitors, and built-in microphone. PlayStation AI assistant that allows you to change games, create parties, and more with voice commands. The estimated retail price is $4.99. So let's break all this down a little bit here, right? So I kind of want to go from the bottom to the top, because that's just kind of where I want to go, right? I'm sorry, but I'm gonna do it. All right, the retail price, I believe that. I think the PS5 will be $500. I think it makes sense overall. Even with the video from last week where we were talking about the price of the PS5 and how right now they are currently making the PS5 hardware at around $450 per unit, and that bumps up to around $470 when you take into account the packaging and stuff like that and shipping, etc. So it looks like $500. I've always said, hey, I think that's what the price is going to be, and I think overall that's a fair price. You know what I'm saying? Like I think overall from what we're getting, I think that's a fair price. Obviously, we want to pay as low as possible, but I do understand that when taking all things into account and the hardware and the specs and everything, $500 seems like a reasonable price for me personally, right? So that one seems to be on point. PlayStation AI, we did talk about a patent about that a few months ago, I believe, or a few weeks ago, I'm not really sure, but I know it was recent. We have heard this PlayStation AI assistant that you'll be speaking to that can show you, different things on how to beat certain parts in games, and it'll, when you ask it, hey, like, how do I beat this? It'll search it on YouTube and stuff like that and pull up the video right there. You can also, like it says here, change games, create parties, and more with voice commands, so it looks like they are trying to double down on the voice commands on PS4 and blow them up into PS5, and make them a little bit more useful and stuff like that. I didn't really use the voice commands at all. Like, I tried it when I first had the PS4, and it was pretty cool, but I didn't really use it that much. So this one I'm not really that jazzed about, but hey, if it's cool, then it's cool, so it looks like they want to highlight that, as well as, of course, the DualShock 5. We did just talk about this last week on the channel. Make sure to go check out that video. But of course, DualShock 5 looks like it will have the haptic triggers like they have said before, as well as the heartbeat monitors and the built-in microphone, as stated before. And then we have the full digital backwards compatibility with every PlayStation console and handheld for a library of thousands of games on day one. So let's talk about this for a little bit. So this to me is pretty interesting because they don't say, hey, like, we're gonna have backwards compatibility with every PlayStation console, on disc. So like, it's not like you can put a PS1, PS2, PS3 disc in there. It says specifically full digital backwards compatibility, which I think could be interesting. Like, I don't know, man. So all your digital games will work if you download it on PS5, but not physical. Interesting. I don't know. Like, it's a bit of a half step, but I can understand why. With the PS3 cell processor and whatever other, like, I'm sure PS4 games on disc will work with PS5, right? That I'm not concerned about, but like PS3 and PS2 games, maybe, and PS1 games, I guess maybe they couldn't, get a get a physical version working on PS5, you know what I'm saying? So that's why they're saying digital only. But of course there are instances like the Vita and the PSP where you can't put a physical media into the PS5. It's not going to work. But, that being digital, that makes sense. But the other consoles, I guess, all right. Like if they do digital backwards compatibility and that's the only way you can play these games, I guess that's a W. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you guys like this idea of only digital backwards compatibility? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And make sure also, while you are down there, to let me know all your thoughts on all of this PS5 news. Do you think it's going down tomorrow? Honestly, I don't think it's tomorrow. If it is, I'm gonna lose it. But yeah. So March 3rd, how we feel about it? Do you think that Rory on the Bombscast really did just leak the whole thing on March 3rd? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you like the specs that are in the latest leak? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And make sure also, while you are down there, to check out our description where you can find our Twitter, our Discord, as well as our Anchor link to listen to our long-form content in podcast format. Thank you all for watching the video. Make sure to leave a like on it, as well as stay subscribed to PlayStation Source to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. Thank you for watching, and as always, greatness awaits.